So the foundation was started by parents of a child with SMA, and they actually have, not being scientists, they actually had a background working with drug companies and knew people who were drug developers. So the foundation was a little unusual in that we focused, our sole mission was really to accelerate the development of therapeutics. There were other organizations that really provided patient support and raised awareness, but we really wanted to work with drug developers. In fact, my background until joining the foundation was working for pharmaceutical companies and drug developers, and that's not unusual amongst the staff at the SMA Foundation. So we actually did work with all three companies that developed drugs that have been approved. And the goal was to really make entry into SMA very easy by providing tools, whether they be animal models, endpoints for clinical trials, biomarkers, all those things which lead to efficient and fast clinical trials. So even though we were investing in, I guess, more basic pursuits and also in companies developing specific drugs, the bulk of the money we spent was really providing these tools which would help any drug move forward. So we didn't know which drug would win, but we were optimistic that there would be a drug that would one day require clinical trials. So that's what we had focused on, I guess, in the first 10, 15 years of the foundation. And like I said, it's always been drug development focused. And I think lately with the successes, we've now moved into these other areas such as focusing on muscle and also now focusing on, we call it the moonshot projects, trying to regenerate the nervous system, which of course nobody's really succeeded in that, but we're hoping that SMA can be a good disease to choose in order to fulfill that desire for everybody to actually be able to regenerate nerves and muscle. And so I think we've gained some traction. Companies and especially academic investigators at leading institutions do seem very enthused, because I guess in the case of SMA, since we do have effective drugs that arrest the disease, it's easier to show increases in function when you're not against the backdrop of decline. So in many other diseases, such as Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, you still are having degeneration and decline. And so it's very difficult to measure the efficacy of your drug when that's going on. And so when you actually have a plateau and a stability, then it's much easier to look at regenerative medicines.